Once you have completed this module, you have achieved a series of knowledge that allows you to configure the psychic frame of reference from which the emotional tools that you now have will emerge to achieve that process of emotional healing which I wanted you to learn here, with a very valuable objective for you. That whatever circumstances you experience throughout your life, you have the tools to heal yourself. That is why my purpose here was for you to learn a series of procedures which are the same that apply in my consultation, so that you can recover as quickly as possible that state of normality that you could lose due to some emotional trauma that could happen in your future. You must consider that emotional traumas are events that occur throughout a lifetime. But what happens to the person who acquires these skills and who is trained to face those circumstances and overcome them thanks to the fact that he has the tools for it? I can assure you that if you have done this module consciously, you have already reached the level to heal yourself. As I told you, personally, I have reached a point where almost nothing affects me anymore. Something I have achieved without losing my emotions, since I have a very balanced and happy life, and even when I expose myself to people or situations that try to make me lose that balance, I still manage to maintain control of everything that affects me. Imagine what it is like to live free of your negative emotions. Now, you must consider that to do this, you must learn everything that comes in this module, and eventually undergo a process of psychoanalysis where you will learn all those internal forces that have an effect on you without you being aware that they exist and that they have an impact on you. I am going to work on psychoanalysis in another program, although with this, you are going to increase your psychic power in a way that until before the program seemed unsuspected. Now, what did you learn in this module? As you already know, emotional healing consists of helping you regain a state of normality that you had lost due to the trauma you faced at some point in your life. You also know that emotional healing is a process that is a series of steps that take you from point A to point C, so to speak. And along that path, in those stages that you go through, you gradually manage to restore your emotional balance. To achieve this healing, you must follow a series of steps. The first of them consists of identifying the evil that you are experiencing, for which you must recognize the conflict that you face or nodule of the psyche and the associated unconscious complex. As you will remember, the nodule of the psyche is that which limits you and prevents you from moving forward because of something you fear. After that comes the treatment phase, which involves helping you dissolve this evil. To do this, we use psychic dissolution, which consists of subdividing the conflict you face into its essential parts and removing it from your system. After that, you have learned that you must recognize the damaged psychic organ, which is the specific part of your psyche that is being affected due to the trauma you are facing. Some organs that you can already recognize are your ego, your self-state, your spirit, among others. Thanks to which, the next step in your healing will consist of repairing the damaged psychic organ with the aim of making it function again, as it did before the trauma. Once we have repaired the psychic organ, we proceed to heal the emotional wound that you were experiencing so that it does not activate again and open all the emotions and physical sensations that come with the memory of the traumatic situation you faced. And finally, we proceed to the regeneration of your psyche through a process in which you submit, in a controlled way, to the traumas that at the time affected you so much, but that now you manage to realize that they have less and less influence on you. As you can see, if you do not undergo a psychic healing process, you will continue to experience those same emotional wounds that once affected you so much. Because by not recognizing what causes the damage you face, you will not know where what makes you suffer comes from. On the other hand, you are going to continue your life with open emotional wounds, which will do nothing other than generate states of pain every time you expose yourself to a situation similar to the one that caused the trauma from which you want to heal. If you look, the final states, those of healing and regeneration, are what allow you to strengthen your entire psychic system. Therefore, through this experience, you are not only healing from a particular situation that may overwhelm you, but actually from any potential trauma that you might have experienced in the future. That is why these healing processes are so important, because they allow you to obtain a transformation in the comprehensive sense of the word, which is what I look for in all my clients and what I want to achieve with this program. From here, what we are going to do is enter in a particular way into each of the processes, which will allow you to stop suffering because of the people or situations that have caused you so much pain. To do this, we are going to work on thought control, control of your emotions, and psychic dissociation, which is precisely what the modules that follow will deal with. So I see you there to continue strengthening much more the great psychic power that you are awakening here.